Hello guys, back again with another how-to video. Today I'm going to be showing you, all the beginner and starting tames that you should be getting. These will include the Parasaur, Trike, or Triceratops, Stego or Stegosaurus, Raptor or an Equus. I already have an Equus video up on my channel, so you can look at that to see how to tame an Equus. And then an Ichthyosaurus, which is the dolphin. The Ichthyosaurus would be for water travel, and then the Raptor Equus would be for land travel. Especially for like more inland, like on mountains and stuff like that. You can use it to get away from larger predators like T-Rex, or if you pump a little bit into movement speed, or like melee damage for the Raptor, and then just movement speed for the Equus, or weight for the Equus. You can usually outrun other creatures if you've pumped up the movement speed a little bit. And then your Parasaur, Trike, and Stego, you're not going to use those for traveling. I suppose you could, but it'd be kind of difficult because they aren't really fighting creatures besides kind of the Stego, because it has such a knockback. Triceratops can too with its ability, but that'll be for a different video. A video that'll be coming out soon. I'll be showing off some of the creature's abilities when I put up taming videos of that specific creature. But in this video, we're just going to be taming the Parasaur, Trike, and Stego. Eventually, actually I have a paper right here, and this video is basically the beginner and starting must-haves, pretty much. The Raptor, Equus, and Ichthyosaurus aren't really must-haves, but they're just very helpful. The Ichthyosaurus is really fast in the water, but I don't usually tame one, so you can go without one until you get a Megalodon, which sometimes an Ichthyosaurus probably could help with a Megalodon, because you can kind of kite it. But these are your absolute must-haves. You could tame a Phiomia like I have right here. I was kind of trying to find one while I was talking about this. Instead of a Parasaur, you could tame a Phiomia, but I'd much recommend a Parasaur instead. I don't really like Phiomias all that much. They just are kind of annoying more. But today I'll be taming the Parasaur, Trike, and Stego. And that'll be it. And then I'll kind of show off their harvesting ability. And then there will be like a little race at the end, just to show like the speed comparative between. They're pretty easy tames as long as you're prepared and you're ready and you know what to expect. The Trike will try to like rage, and it'll like stomp the ground, kind of kick up dust like it's gonna charge you, but it's nothing to worry about. So what you're gonna need is a bola, and just at the beginning you're probably only gonna have a club. You're not gonna really have trank arrows or anything when you tame this. At a high level, it could take like a bola or two, which is probably what it's going to take me. But if I get lucky, I could take it out on this first one. And I did not pay attention to my stamina bar, and just knocked myself out. Okay, learn from my mistakes. I completely forgot about that, even though some might consider me kind of a pro Ark player with all the hours I've spent on this game. Always, literally in any situation, no matter where you are, always pay attention to your stamina. At least I have a second bola, but I also can't miss. And that's exactly what I do. Okay. Well, it's gonna be easy to make another one. I just need some fiber, but learn from my mistakes. Literally in any situation, especially when you're like riding a flying creature or whatever, always pay attention to your stamina. Usually I do, but I was kind of in the moment of making this video, so I wasn't really thinking. But here she comes. Come on. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I swear, everything's literally going wrong. If you might want to make 2 clubs if it's high level like this one. This one's at 108, and if it's higher than that, you'll probably want to make multiple clubs. I'm just going to punch it with my fist, and I should be able to knock it out, hopefully. Yep, there we go. Okay, speak of the devil. Alright, basically, to tame Parasaur, you just want to run around, grab some berries, specifically Majo berries, the purple ones. You can see if it's a little 108 right there, 108 female. Or, yeah, female. And, yeah, just go around to the bushes, collect Majo berries. It doesn't matter, but do not feed them stem berries, because that will wake them up. Do not eat stem berries, because it'll dehydrate yourself. And don't feed them. You could feed them narco berries, but that won't help. That will not help with taming. That will just help with keeping it asleep. So if you feed it narco berries, it won't help the taming at all. It'll just put it back to sleep, which you don't need for a Parasaur, because if you feed it Majo berries, it'll tame fast enough that you won't have to worry about the unconscious bar. So I'm gonna throw these in, and I'll probably bring it back once it's up, and then I will tame a Trike and a Stego, which should be good if you are on this island like I recommended for the beginning of games. There's a certain spot where you can kind of it's not really cheaty, it's just strategic, because you're not like meshing or anything, you're just kind of like using the rocks and stuff to your advantage. So I'll bring you right back in a second. Okay, well, I originally planned, I guess as they say, best laid plans. I originally planned to show you, me taming the Trike and the Stego, but once I took the video of me taming them, I looked back at it, and the footage just, like, the video just wasn't showing. Like, you could, like, hear everything, but you couldn't, like, see anything. It was just frozen screen, which is great. I wish I would have known that earlier and I could have redone it, but it would have taken forever to do, so I didn't really bother. So as you can see, that was all like the leveling animations. I'll go over their like special abilities more in depth. This one has Alert, which basically you press a button, a little radar thing goes out and it senses enemies. It's decent if you live in an area, like in the woods or something where it's kind of hard to see. Or if there's like a cave nearby or something, you can see if there's anything in the entrance, which usually for a cave there isn't, but see, just like that. But it didn't sense anything because there's nothing bad around in the area since it's on Herbivore Island, but I'm going to try to do a race here, and we'll see if it works out. I might have to reset them depending on how many. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to go closer and try to do it. But it also could be because I put the alert mode on the Parasaur. So I might have to turn that off and then it'll probably go. Yeah, but that really sucks. I mean, I will be making individual videos on how to tame them. But, sometimes it doesn't all work out, unfortunately. So I will be making individual videos on how to tame the Trike and the Stego, since you couldn't see in this video. And, eventually I plan on doing like almost all the creatures in Ark, showing how to tame them. But first I'm going to do all the ones that are like ultimately necessary for like your Ark adventure. Things that'll help you progress faster, or things that are just, quality of life, I guess. Which, would be like the Beelzebufo or something, helps you get cementing base, where it's not necessary, but it's just kind of let's try this race again. This is just showing you kind of like the speed comparison. Let's see what happens. There you go. As you see, the Parasaur leads, Triceratops, and then Stego is a bit slower. I will be showing off the Rage mode on the Triceratops in its own little video, and then I'll show off the Alert in the Parasaur's own video. So, and then here's like the kind of collection rates. It's rather small since it can only attack like a certain area at a time. While the Trix is slightly bigger. Yeah, see, you collect multiple bushes at a time, but still kind of localized to one area. And then here in a second, I will show the Triceratops, or not the Triceratops, Stegosaurus, which has the largest kind of AoE for bushes in these three creatures right here. Also, if you saw like the time, set time of day or whatever, a little cheat that I put in, that was just because I was taking a picture for thumbnail of this video, and it was nighttime, and it seemed like it was taking forever for some reason. I think that's the only cheat I had to use besides fly, just so I could take a picture of my house for the last video. But other than that, I've just been doing it as legit as possible, so that way it looked, you know, it would be most comparable to your Ark experience. There we go. But I haven't. That was for the last video's thumbnail. I haven't taken the thumbnail for this video quite yet. Well, obviously, since I literally just tamed the creatures, I couldn't have gotten a thumbnail yet, but just take some of that and then drop all. Well, that's kind of like all the collection rates, and, you know, their speed comparison on all creatures. Basically, the Triceratops, if you look over in like the right top corner over there, that little rock, like not the top cliff, but those little rocks that were below it, there's like a little spot that you can get in between those rocks where the Triceratops and the Stegosaurus can't get. So basically what you do is you just hide behind those rocks, or hide in between those rocks, and they can't get to you. So it's kind of like strategically using the rocks to your advantage. So it's by no means cheating. I mean, if this were real life, you'd do the same thing. You just kind of use the terrain to your advantage. But yeah, all of these tames are pretty easy. You just gotta kind of, you know, kite them a bit. Just, you know, don't let them hit you, because, you know, they hit you enough to break your bones, and then you can't, you know, run. So yeah, you just gotta kind of be careful. There will be individual videos for the Raptor and the Ichthyornis. There already is an individual for the Equus, so, you know, you can go check that out for the Equus. Expect all these, the Raptor and like all the individuals to come out soon, because obviously I want to go in depth with how I tamed all these creatures and stuff like that. So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope this helped you in your Ark adventure, and I hope you liked this video enough that you would please consider liking and subscribing.